I'm a student at High School Online Academy and also a foundation level first batch class. I'm a facilitator for batch class at High School Online Academy. I'm 11 years old, living in Islamabad, Pakistan. So जैसे कि आपको पता है कि हम डेली बेसिस पे एक सेशन सेशन करते हैं. So today we are entering with uh, any call any. So let's talk and I will tell the topic. So hello Maya, hello Annie, and how are you?
Hey there, it's Annie, not Maya. I'm doing great, thanks for asking. How about you? What's been happening in your world? You're welcome. So, what's been on your mind lately? Any fun plans or interesting thoughts?
I'm also fine, good. Sorry for that. So, today I will ask some questions from you, and our topic is title What the Backbone of Early Civilization. So, I will question from you, and you will give me the answers. So, my first question is what are some important ways Asian civilization used wood in their daily life?
Got it. So, in ancient Asian civilizations, wood played a crucial role in daily life. They used it for constructing homes, making tools, and crafting furniture. It was also essential for transportation, like building boats and carts. Plus, wood was used for fuel, cooking, and even in art for sculptures and carvings. What do you think? Does that cover it, or do you have more questions?
Yes, that's great. So my next question is that why was wood considered such a valuable resource in early times?
Wood was super valuable back then because it was versatile and essential for survival. It provided shelter, warmth, and tools. Plus, it was relatively easy to find and work with compared to other materials. It also played a big role in trade, as different types of wood were used for various purposes, making a key resource for economies. What do you think? Do you find it fascinating how something so simple had such a big impact?
Yes, that's great. So can you tell me how did the availability of wood influence the development of early human settlements? Hello.
Hey there, sorry if I took a moment. The availability of food was a game changer for early humans. When food sources, like plants and animals, were abundant, people could settle in one place instead of constantly moving. This led to the development of farming, which allowed for larger communities and eventually the rise of civilizations. More food meant more people, and that meant more culture, trade, and innovation. What do you think? Isn't it amazing how food shaped our history?
Yes, I think that's nice. So my next question is that in what ways did early people protect and preserve wood for long-term use?
Great question. Early people had some clever methods to protect and preserve wood. They would often treat it with natural oils or resins to make it more durable and resistant to decay. Some even used techniques like smoking or drying the wood to prevent rot. Additionally, they built structures in ways that minimized exposure to moisture and pests. Isn't it cool how resourceful they were? Do you have any more questions, or is there something else you're curious about?
Yes, that's great. So my next question is that what kind of building or structures were made entirely from wood and early civilizations?
Awesome question. Early civilizations built a variety of structures entirely from wood. They created homes, known as longhouses or huts, which were often communal. They also built temples, storage facilities, and even palisades for protection. In some cultures, wooden boats were essential for transportation and trade. It's fascinating to think about how wood was such a fundamental building material. Do you have a favorite type of structure or building style?
Okay, that's really amazing. Your answer is very great. So my next question is that how did the use of wood differ in civilization like ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, or the Indus Valley?
Thanks for the compliment. So, those civilizations. In Asia, for example, rice was a staple, especially in places like China, while in Egypt, they relied heavily on grains like wheat and barley. Mesopotamia had a mix of both, along with legumes and vegetables. In the Indus Valley, they cultivated crops like wheat, barley, and cotton. Each civilization adapted their agricultural practices based on their environment and climate, which influenced their diets and trade. Isn't it interesting how geography shaped their food choices? Do you have a favorite cuisine from any of those regions?
Yes, it is really interesting. So, my next question is that what role did wood play in ancient tools, weapons, or transportation like boats and carts?
Great question. Wood was essential for making tools, weapons, and transportation in ancient times. For tools, it was shaped into handles for axes, hammers. When it came to weapons, wooden shafts were used for arrows and spears, and some civilizations even created wooden shields. For transportation, wood was the primary material for building boats and carts, allowing people to travel, trade, and transport goods more efficiently. It's amazing how something so simple could be so crucial. Do you have a favorite ancient tool or weapon that you find fascinating?
Um, I don't know, I don't have, but I would like to have it. Okay, so my next question is that what environmental impact did the heavy use of wood have on Asian societies?
That's a thoughtful question. The heavy use of wood in Asian societies had some significant environmental impacts. Deforestation was a big issue as trees were cut down for building, fuel, and agriculture. This led to habitat loss for wildlife and changes in local ecosystems. Over time, some areas experienced soil erosion and decreased fertility, which could affect agriculture. However, many societies also developed sustainable practices, like replanting trees and managing forests to try to balance their needs with environmental health. It's a delicate dance, isn't it? How do you feel about the relationship between human needs and the environment?
Okay, that's really amazing. So my next question is that how did deforestation affect the rise or fall of some early civilization? Why or why not?
Great question. Deforestation had a significant impact on early civilizations. When forests were cleared, it often led to soil erosion and loss of fertility, making it harder to grow food. This could result in food shortages, which might cause societies to decline or collapse. On the flip side, some civilizations that managed their resources well, like practicing sustainable forestry, were able to thrive. For example, the rise of trade and agriculture could support larger populations, but if they overexploited their resources, it could lead to their downfall. It's a powerful reminder of how interconnected we are with our environment. What do you think about how societies balance growth and sustainability?
I don't know. So my next question will be what can modern societies learn from the way early people used and managed their wood resources?
Absolutely. Modern societies can learn a lot from early people's resource management. They often practice sustainability using resources wisely and respecting their environment. For example, early agricultural techniques included crop rotation and polyculture, which helped maintain soil health. We can apply those lessons today by focusing on sustainable practices, reducing waste, and finding ways to balance development with environmental care. It's all about finding harmony with nature. What do you think? Do you see any ways we could improve our resource management today?
Yes, I can see. So my last question will be can you give advice to my viewers that about this topic?
Of course, here's some advice for your viewers. 1. Learn from the past. Study how early civilizations managed their resources. Their successes and failures can teach us valuable lessons about sustainability. 2. Practice mindfulness. Be aware of your consumption and its impact on the environment. Small changes in daily habits can lead to big differences. 3. Support sustainable practices. Choose products and companies that prioritize sustainability. Your choices can drive change. 4. Engage with nature. Spend time outdoors to appreciate the environment. It helps foster a connection that encourages care for our planet. 5. Spread awareness. Share knowledge about resource management with others. The more we talk about it, the more we can inspire change. What do you think? Does that resonate with you?
Okay, that's really amazing. So, thank you so much for your great answers and answering my questions. So, thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you like this video and share it